So what is the best image editor online? When I'm editing images, whether it be for a YouTube thumbnail or other designs for social or my own personal branding and marketing, a lot of times I'm already working online in a browser and I don't necessarily want to open up an application to interrupt my flow. So what is the best image editor online? I'm partnering with Adobe to show you two of my favorite online image editors and their features. Adobe Express and Photoshop for web, because we've come a long way with browser-based image editors, and the only limit now is the power of your Wi-Fi. Adobe Express, a free browser-based image editor, offers surprising precision combined with AI-powered creation and cleanup. While Photoshop, one of the OG image editors, can now be accessed from your browser, and with it a whole host of tools providing more flexibility and access with your workflow. So for this video, I want to show you how you can use both of these online editors to do something I desperately need to do, which is update my YouTube banner. Yeah, it is incredibly dated. Time for an upgrade. I have two creative ideas for a new YouTube banner that I want to explore. One workflow I'll do in Adobe Express, and then the other workflow I'll do in Adobe Photoshop for web. That way you can see which online photo editor is right for you. By the way, hi, I'm Halise, a filmmaker and storyteller based in Atlanta, Georgia, and on this channel I document my chaotic good life. Subscribe, follow social media, all of the things. Let's get into it. So Adobe Express is a strong free editor for beginners and content creators. Its free tier includes a one-click remove background, an AI-powered text-to-image generator, built-in templates sized for every platform, and a brand kit for visual consistency, no experience required. It's the fastest path from idea to finished asset, whether you're creating a new YouTube banner, creating social graphics, or building out a brand identity. So here we are on the main page for Adobe Express, and I want to design a new YouTube banner. The first thing I'm gonna do right off the bat is just type in search YouTube banner. So that way I automatically get put into the right size canvas to work from. And then on top of that, what's gonna happen is on the left side, Adobe Express is already gonna start to populate templates that I can use. I want to actually just work from a template from this so that way y'all can see how easy it is to just get going with something. Let's see this one. This is cool. So I really like this design, and as you can see, you know, this is a really cool image, but it's not the one that I want. I'm just gonna head over to the image edit settings and set background, and I'm just gonna detach it from the background. And when I do that, it kind of swoops back into the size that it is, right? So we're just gonna delete it and go from there. So I'm gonna navigate to some photos that I took on my camera earlier, and I'm just gonna drop one in. You know, we can start to make a few changes from here. The first thing I wanna do is I wanna just auto enhance this. I can also go through and just make even more adjustments by going to the adjustment tab. In here, you can mess with all these sliders to get the image exactly where you want. So the big thing I'm gonna do is like up the saturation a lot. So I wanna start to now add each of the other me's into this image. So let's go ahead and start off with, remember when you're adding an image, you don't wanna put it exactly on another one because then it'll assume you want to swap it out. We're just gonna like add them to the side, kinda, you know? With the second image selected, I'm gonna make sure it's the same dimensions and size as the base one that we're working from, but here's where it gets really fun. I'm just gonna hit remove background, and let's see what it does. Yeah, okay, so it did a pretty good job of removing the background, but you can see it kept the couch, and I think it kept a little bit of the rug. So I'm gonna go to erase, quick select, and just, start to select the things I don't want it to keep. Now, I wanna auto enhance this one as well. Cool, that helped it match. A fun trick you can see if you're ever kind of like, wait, what did I select? What did I not? Click over to restore and it'll show you everything that is in that image that you currently have. So that way you can easily see what you're trying to get rid of. So for me, it's the TV, and then I saw, a little bit of stuff over here. Now we're gonna rinse and repeat this, and we're gonna keep adding all of the other me's that I've snapped in this photo series. So there's one of me. We're just gonna remove background and see what it does. Kind of kept the couch, but that's all right. This one, I'm way in the backs. Remove background, restore me in the background, and then once again, get rid of the couch. So then with this one, let's go ahead and auto enhance this one. and we can make a few more minor adjustments. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the erasing again, circle brush. So now we're not doing the quick select. We're actually just picking a circle size, like a brush size, and working from that. And then we're just gonna feather this away. Nice. Just rinse and repeat, you know what I'm saying? Really easy stuff. Restore. So here's what we're running into is that technically I'm the piano player, so I'm behind me, but it feels like I'm in front of me. So here's what we can do with that. We're literally going to take this layer, duplicate it. Perfect. We're gonna zoom back out. And then with this one, keep me, and sure, a little bit of the couch for good measure. And then now let's put me, there we go, at the top, because general layering. Getting this to look how we want. So after rinsing and repeating, here is our more or less final image. What I wanna do now is I wanna select all of them and group them together, because now I can just stretch the whole thing. All these layers I did, I can stretch them all out to cover the full frame. One thing I like about Adobe Express is that you can put all of your branding and assets right into Adobe Express, so you're working smarter, not harder, especially if you're a content creator, you have a personal brand, or if you're a social media manager and you work with multiple brands, you can upload all of their logos and everything in here. Head over to where I already have my logo saved, and I'm gonna click that and add it in. Let's just add some keywords here, lifestyle. I'm gonna do a little lifestyle vlogging tutorials. Now, all I would have to do is just download this and upload it to my YouTube channel, and then I'm good to go. So for users who are ready to dive deeper, if you don't want to, you don't have to leave the browser. You can just hop into Photoshop for web, which brings even more powerful AI tools to your toolkit. There's the Photoshop AI Assistant, Generative Fill, and Content Aware Fill. Also, smart masking as well, which I think y'all will really like, because tools like these make it easier for non-professionals to seem like professionals, which is the name of the game, right? Removing backgrounds, expanding images, cleaning up blemishes, and generating entirely new visual elements, all within a single application. So since, again, we're doing a YouTube banner, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the plus button and type in what I'm looking for, which is YouTube banner. So the first thing I wanna do is add my base image, so that way I can isolate just me and have the full background be like the base layer that I need. Yeah, so to do that, I'm just gonna right click on the layer, duplicate layer. It's already made a copy of it. And then with this one, I'm going to select the subject. Watch this. So it selected the subject, it selected me and the couch, but here's what we're gonna do. You'll notice here on this bottom part, okay, these are like the AI tools we were talking about. It's getting way more granular about what subject I want to select. So I can go ahead and just hit me, and then from there is I want to switch it to object selection and select less, and then just take away the couch. So from there, I can now make a mask to hide the rest of the background. And I know I did that because when I click and hide the layer, you can now see that I'm there. So now we can kind of do this same exact thing with all the other versions of the image that I created where I'm sitting in different places. We can do this a lot faster now just by using this AI tool of just selecting me and removing the backgrounds really easy. So let's do that really quick and mask it. I'm going to put the paintbrush on, and with my smart mask selected, I'm just gonna do just a little brushing effect to kind of make sure everything looks cleaned up and connected in each one. So kind of adding some of the shade back so that way it looks a little more realistic that I'm sitting in the space. So you see I'm just like lightly, and then what I can do there is just make my brush really big. See how you just kind of blend? So that way everything kind of fits together more. Just like that, using the power of smart masking, we're able to just like get the image situated very quickly. I can just play around now with adjusting the overall look of the image, this is where Photoshop shines, you know? So it's like up the vibrance of the whole thing as well, saturation, like we just really get it to a decent clip. And then something else that you can have a lot of fun with here within Photoshop as well is just like all of the different like auto adjustments that they have available to you as well. So like, you know, what's Cindy Warm look like? Okay, yeah, it just adds a whole little look on top of it. We can get rid of it and we can like thumb through these quick to see, see what we like and what we don't like. You know, these again are those sort of built-in presets. Ooh, I don't hate this. I'm kind of experimenting on the fly as we're doing this tutorial. I'm gonna go ahead and select all of them. With all of them selected, I'm gonna merge layers down so that way it's just all flat to one image, because I mean, nothing about this I really want to change. So let's get rid of the fan on the ceiling because I don't feel like it adds to the image at all. So let's go Generative Fill and let's select it. And I just fill. Boom, it's gone now. Just like that. It's as if it was never there. Really easy with Generative Fill to just clean up images in that way. So now I want to get rid of like these. Just don't type any sort of description into the generate option and then it kind of just knows that you're just trying to cover something up. Nice. Okay, lifestyle, vlogging, tutorials, vibes. I want to like make the color a bit more intense. Love it. I can just turn it into one of my fonts that I enjoy. So now that I've finished with this design, all I have to do is head up to the top, hit the download button and download it onto my computer. Again, everything though is now saved into my Adobe Creative Cloud account because I have the full Creative Cloud account. So if I ever want to come back in here, make tweaks, etc., I can. We have our YouTube banner ready to go. Let's recap everything we've covered in Adobe Express and Photoshop Web so that way you can pick the right web-based photo editor for you. The bottom line, start with Adobe Express for fast, polished results without a steep learning curve. It's a fully web-first workflow that allows for cloud-based files and cross-device access. This also allows for anywhere editing, and on top of that, it's a free online image editor. Add Photoshop Web when you're ready to take your editing further. It's web-layered editing combined with even more AI-assisted selections and features. And because it's in the Adobe ecosystem, nothing is lost and easily transferable. If you want to leave your browser and open the Photoshop app, or invite others to collaborate remotely, it's still compatible. Both can provide fast image cleanup and the flexibility in your workflow that browser editing provides. You can't go wrong with either, so you might as well try both. Check them out and let me know what you think in the comments down below. Again, I'm Halise, endeavoring to persevere as always, and on this channel, I document my chaotic good life. Subscribe, follow social media, all of the things. Toodles, y'all.